This is Reality with Partiality. I am together with my friend, two-term mayor, His Worship Robert Mariano, Mayor of Dangriga. Rob, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Fine, Rob. I wanted to tell us about your childhood, where you were born and nurtured, and the environment in which you grew up.
Yes, Percy, and I want to start off by saying thanks to you for inviting me to be on the platform, and I'm very much proud of you. And it is obvious listening to your show, because every morning I listen to your show. You know. It's a very good, decent, and respectable show. But Percy, yes, I was born here in Dangriga town. My parents' name was, my dad was Robert Mariano Sr. He was also known as Administrator Robert Mariano. I could tell you that that man used two names. Well, the same difference, of course, because some people call her Administrator Robert, some call her Robert Administrator. My mother was Gloria Fernandez Brown. Both of them are from Dangriga. I grew up on Sawai Street in Dangriga at first. And thereafter, my mother migrated to Gomagaragu Road.
Okay.
Right? Here in Dangriga. But when we were much younger, as an infant, my mother and father was living here at Promised Land. The younger people don't know that this area was called Promised Land then. But in the old time days, as you know, it was always Promised Land.
Yes.
Right? And so my mother and my father, for some reason, they had a breakup. And so she later got married to a gentleman by the name of Donald Brown, a.k.a. Mr. Brown.
Yes.
I think you know him.
Yes. Okay.
And so he raised me up. And he died sometimes in about 1995. Right here in Dangriga. And I went to Denston Creek Methodist School.
Okay.
Because it is now Airport Methodist.
Yeah.
It was Denston Creek Methodist School. I also learned how to sew during that time whilst going to primary school. With Charles Locario, a.k.a. Gali.
Gali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is tailoring was something I loved to do from ever since I was young. And what motivated me was the fact that I had other friends who was also doing tailoring, so that may help. But before I went to Gali, per se, I was with then Larry the tailor. Mr. Castillo, Larry Castillo. Right? But I never enjoyed learning to sew with him, so I moved away from him.
You moved?
And I went to Gali.
Okay.
And thereafter, I became motivated, and then I learned the trade.
All right. We are talking about it. We are talking about it, so in program later, we are getting to that. But your involvement with National Garifuna Council, as well as Garifuna Culture and Spirituality, tell us about that.
Yes, Percy. I remember when I was a policeman in PG, I was the officer commanding Toledo Police District. I can't remember the year. I think it was way back in 2005. I remember there would have been a Garifuna convention in Barranco Village. And so I was the president of Punta Gorda branch that time.
Okay.
Punta Gorda town. And so some of my friends asked me, they motivated me and asked me, why, I will be the national president. I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even know proper the bylaws and so on for NGC. But I say, you know what? I'm going for it. I like aim high. I like aim high because I could learn.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
and then I went to the convention and I took about 10 or 15 persons along with me.
Okay.
That time. And I remember the Sunday when we reached in that area, it was just after midday. And they said, well, we're doing elections. And they asked for nominations. That time we don't have one or two persons for nominate me.
Yes.
So that person nominated me and the other one seconded it, right?
Yeah.
And there were other nominations, but all the other people, they objected.
Okay.
And so I became the president of the National Garifuna Council.
That was the first term?
Yes, for the first term. And I also, after 2 years, vied for another term, and I also won. I was two-term president for the National Garifuna Council. But during just about a year after becoming the president of the National Garifuna Council, I got transferred to Dangriga. So I operated from out of Dangriga as the national president. Right? And I've learned a lot, per se, because I could tell you that despite I was living in Garifuna communities, there was much more to understand, especially about the history of the Garifuna people, because there's a lot of us who believe that being a Garifuna is just about punta dancing, you know. But there's much more we need to understand.
Well, I was going
the spirituality.
I was going to ask you about that because that's basically essentially the brand of your show. You started a show.
Yes.
Tell us about the show in the context of the Garifuna spirituality and culture.
Yes. Well, as I rightly mentioned it, Percy, people wouldn't understand this. It was the ancestors that directed me to do that. The objective is to assist the younger people to understand the spirituality.
To pass on the tradition.
History. Yes. That is important.
Yes.
Right? But what is sad about it is that we don't have much people listening to it, much young people, sorry.
Yeah.
It's mostly the elders and some of them who know it well as well. But during the process, because when we talk about this spirituality and so per se, I don't know, despite I come from a family of spirituality, as you know, because my Aunt Sarah, that's my father's sister, and John Mariano is also my father's brother. So I could tell you that when we were young, when we come to my grandmother here on Promised Land, we'd always have all the grandchildren sitting together and they would teach us about it. But after I left from Promised Land, I went with my mother on Sawai and Gumagarugu. You know, we never have much of that opportunity again. Right? But the spirituality of the Garifuna people plays a heavy role to understand right, the truth of our spirituality. Because there are times we have people, things happen and they don't understand what is happening with them. Right? And this is why I always tell people, you need to understand, you need to know your spirituality. Right? You need, and at the same time, I always tell them, because one of the things will linger in some of our people, person, because right now we have some of our people that call themselves Christians, don't believe in our spirituality. And then we have some of our people who would say, well, I don't believe in the Bible, but I believe in the spirituality. But for me, both of them come together. They match. Right? Because our ancestors used to say, Bungu Yofurome, Wagi Alari. Which means it's a God first, and we behind. So our ancestors has always left words for us saying, believe in God. And so I could tell you that I believe in God. But I have to believe in our spirituality as well. Because, Percy, my mother just passed. My father passed about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
But they were. That's why I'm here.
That's right. That's right.
So I cannot disregard them.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then
yes.
they also had parents.
Yes.
And so I have to have regard for my grandparents and my great-great-grandparents. Nobody can tell me that they never exist.
Yes.
But sometimes I believe that some of we misunderstand, because some people sound like they pray to ancestors and not to God. No, you're supposed to pray to God. You don't pray to the ancestors.
I got you. I got you.
The ancestors, we believe our ancestors is always with us. The Garifuna people doesn't die, they transcend.
That's true. Yes, we can communicate with them.
Yes.
It doesn't mean we pray to them, but we can communicate with them.
Yes, we can communicate with them. Yeah.
Yeah. I was to ask you now about your joining the police force. I think you're going in under age, you know? Up to retirement.
That is one thing everybody always talk about, especially the area when I mention to them, you know what, I joined police 16. I was 16 and a half years old, and they say, how you doing? And I said to them, well, at that time, Percy, well, it was the time when they were not computer.
Yeah.
They never have computer at that time. And for some reason or the other, when we went into training school, they never asked me for a birth paper neither.
Okay.
I know that I wanted to be a police officer from ever since I was young. Right? So when I hear that there was, because I was sewing in Belize City.
Yeah. So
I came home for the Christmas.
Yeah.
And so early January, I was with some friends and they were saying, "Why, you hear the news?" I said, "No." They said they'll be taking police exam next week, Wednesday.
This is Radio Belize news, right?
Right in that Dangriga, yeah.
Okay.
So I tell them, well, let's go take it. Yeah. And all the way agreed that we're going to take it. So that day, I went to take the exam, and surprisingly, the other two guys didn't show up.
Oh.
But that time, about 15 of us went to take the exam.
Yeah.
Right? And that was in January. And by the end of January, police visited my house and told me that I've been accepted. Yes, I passed the exam and I've been accepted. And I was to go to police training academy. That time it was police training school.
Yes.
Right? And so they say that I'm to report at police training school at 8 a.m. on the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
So when I hit the bus, I realized that there was about 10 of us from Dangriga who was accepted. And I went through the training. That time it was only 3 months of the person, because I went in 2nd of February. And by the 21st of May, February, March, April, May, yes.
Yeah.
So a little bit over 3 months.
Yeah.
The 21st of May, we graduated from police training school.
Yeah.
And I was transferred to Punta Gorda Town Police Station.
Yeah.
And I served from 1982 until 2020 when I retired as deputy commissioner.
Yeah.
As deputy commissioner. I went through all the ranks, Percy.
Yes.
And recruit police constable, I got corporal, I get sergeant, I get assistant inspector. That time there was still assistant inspector, then inspector, then ASP, assistant superintendent, then superintendent, then senior superintendent, assistant commissioner, then deputy commissioner. So you could see how much I went through, but it all has to do with pride.
Almost all the district too, right? Almost all the districts.
The only district, or the only place I didn't work was in the Cayo district.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't went to Benke. I didn't went to San Ignacio Town.
No. When you became okay, you did a lot of management in the police
Oh,
force.
yes. Yes.
Tell us about the management.
Yes. The last 10 years I spent in the police department was in management, doing management.
Yes.
First, when they transferred me from Dangriga to Belmopan, I was concerned because I wanted to go to operation.
Yeah.
But when I called then Commissioner of Police Wiley, Samar, I need you in a management service.
Yeah.
Because you know how to listen and learn quick. So I said, okay.
Yeah.
So I went to Belmopan and I took over management service from Keith Lino, one of my brethren from Dangriga as well.
Yes.
And so when I took over, at first it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
But thereafter, I find it very, very much interesting because we never have admin that time. It was management service that did everything.
Yes.
Right? Including managing the funds and so on for the police, entire police department. That has to do with fuel, with vehicle fleet, housing, salaries, everything you name it, come under management service at that time. So the good thing is that I was there for about a year or two. And then Mr. Wiley was pleased with my performance.
Yes.
And so there was, I think up to now that still happened, there's training every year where the commissioner of police need to take at least 4 or 5 persons from different heads to get training in the United States for the International Association of Chief of Police. They have a conference every year, once a year. But the conference is a training. So when you go, they give you a whole book. A book with about 150 pages.
Yeah.
Right? And that will show you all the training where they have each day.
Yes.
Because they don't have one training. At the same time, they have up to 50 training. These are some huge buildings.
So you choose you choose the one you want?
Yes, you choose the one that you want.
Okay.
The one that you can benefit you in your country.
Yeah.
So what we do is sit down together and we'll say, okay, you go into this one, you go into that one, so Belize can benefit in full.
Yeah.
You understand me? And when we come back, we have to write a report and to say which are the courses we take, how we benefit from it, and how Belize will benefit. Belize Police Department will benefit from it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I went about 3 times with
but what you took, man?
Okay, I took management like finance.
Well, I know
finance management. Management of finance. Management of human resources. One of the courses I took that was strange per se was how to deal with homeless individuals.
Whoa.
Right? And what was strange, what I learned in that course, is that there are times, right? Some of the homeless people commit crime. Okay. And the police, they look for criminals and they harass them, known criminals.
Oh my.
When it is people who we believe are law-abiding.
Yes.
Who are doing, or who we believe are law-abiding, are the ones who are committing the crime.
Yeah.
You know, so there's, like I said, there was a lot of courses.
But at some point you also work with prosecution.
Oh yes, I was a prosecutor for long per se. When I became a corporal of police, because I took 10 years before I get corporal. You know. It took 10 years. And then I went and I took an exam. And after I took the exam, I passed.
Yeah.
And so since I knew I was behind time already, right, as a constable, from that promotion from constable to corporal, what I did, I relaxed. And I start thinking, what can I do now to make up the time?
Yes.
But I don't take 10 years again to get sergeant.
Yeah.
And I was advised by my friends and so on, prosecutor. Go and be the prosecutor, because prosecutor is a sergeant position. And what I was fortunate is that my sergeant was then Sergeant Terry. And
that tall, wait, I don't know, that tall Terry?
Sergeant Terry, that's his name.
Yeah, okay.
So I told him, Sergeant, I want to know prosecute. But instead, he'd take me along with him to the court. Mariano, go to court, go do the adjournments to me. That's every day. Go do the adjournments to me before you're done our day. And I realized that I was there for a month. I learned how to do adjournment. I learned how to read facts of the case. I learned how to do objection of bail. Then I started to do small cases like disorderly conduct and indecent word, the summary jurisdiction offenses. And then I started to move on to small crimes like petty theft and things like that. And I started to excel. Then we had Magistrate Hamilton who came to Dangriga. And he no play. He did tell you we would do 10 cases a day. Right? Not knowing that my officer commanding used to go to court and listen to me while I prosecute. And he realized that the sergeant never did a court. So he said, well, you know what, Mariano, I will left you the court and done.
Handle it.
You will be the prosecutor. So I officially became the prosecutor.
But
and Percy, that may work, because in 2 years, 2 years and a half, I became the sergeant in charge of prosecution branch.
But what happened? You work in Judge Lucas' court or what? That's how the thing may work. How your interface with him?
Well, what happened after I became sergeant, must say about 6 months later, I was summoned to the officer commanding office. They tell me for adjourn court and just go to the OC office. OC wants to see me now. And when I reached there, he told me that they're looking for a good prosecutor to take over court number 1 in Belize City. And so I went there. And when I went to see him, I tell him, but I can't handle court number 1. I don't have enough experience. He said, well, you are the person they voted for, so you have to go. And you know what, Percy? I have to. It's immediate transfer. I have to report to court number 1 Monday. This is a Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
I have to go there Monday. And so I realized that I took over court number 1. It was Judge Lucas, who was the then magistrate. He was the chief magistrate then. Right? And I worked with him at court number 1 in Belize City for about 3 years in his court. And then he got promoted to become the DPP. And so never long after that, I got transferred to Corozal as the sergeant in charge of the police station and the prosecutor.
Rob, this community service that you launched into, and you started out at the police force, so in program, you had a depth of knowledge and experience in it. How it became social work, how you decided to start the program, and what is the scope of the program? What is the philosophy behind it?
Personally, the philosophy that was say how we could assist single parents. It don't have to be ladies, it can also be men. But of recent, I noticed that it is women who is taking over that trade. It's not men again, because from 100 people I have taught, only 5 of those were men. And out of those 5, only 1 man learned. This guy Lopez, I can't remember his name. Henry. Yes, Henry Lopez. He's the only one that learned. All the rest, they back off. But it happened because when I was the officer commanding Eastern Police Division, because I have reached in almost all these heads of department position when I was a police officer, right? There was so many women who come to my office who is asking for a job person. They tell the I need a job, I need to feed my children.
Yeah.
And so it came to me that this sewing thing just to sit down for me. And I'm not using it, I'm not utilizing it.
Yes.
So I went and I started to talk to some people and some friends and asked for some donations. And we finally got 5 sewing machines.
Yeah.
Right? And I went and through the police department, I went and I bought cloth and so on. And so I started to use the police resource into it because I started off as a police program.
Yeah.
Right? Through the Belize Police Department. And I advertised it. And so the objective, again, that for say how you could teach the women so that they can be entrepreneurs and create their own jobs. And per se, in the first course, 25 women showed up, not one man. 25 of them. And I could tell you this, that within the first 4 months, it was completed.
Wow,
in the first
nice.
4 months. Right?
So,
and we took another set. But from those, I think it was only about 18 that totally completed.
Yes.
So I used them and I trained them to train the trainers. So now they are to come back to help me teach
Very good.
the new set.
Very good.
And so by the time the second set completed, we get so much donations of machines. People learned about the program and people start to send a lot of donations.
Yeah.
Right? Including the Taiwan Embassy. They sent us several machines. And then there's another organization, I can't remember the name at this time, but they're right there near the BDF camp. The entrance to the BDF camp.
I got you.
They gave us something like about 10 industrial machines as well. Right? And so we started a sewing factory in Belize City, right there, the community policing office in Yabra. And so these very women, we select one of them to be the leader. And then we also joined with, and some of the names I forgot because, like I said, so long. I have connected with them, but some other organization came and joined with us, and we start our own sewing factory. So they started by sewing for the Belize Police Department. We start paying them because the police department then was paying something like $25 a pants, $25 a shirt, that are for tailors.
You're referring to the
tailors. That's what the tailors were charging the police department.
Yes, sir.
So what we did, we paid the ladies $15 a pants and $15 a shirt.
Yes, you take the job there and then you let them do it.
You go back to them. So these ladies were already starting to make their money.
Yes. Where the factory there? Dangriga, the factory there?
No, the factory, no, that time it was in Belize City.
Okay.
I didn't even start the sewing program in Dangriga yet that time. So when Dangriga people heard about it, when they meet people on the street, then they said, "But how you have started the Belize City and you have
they want their own factory, no?
They want their own. So what I did, I started the sewing course here in Dangriga, and at that time we had Reverend Claire, who offered me the Methodist school to start the program.
All right.
And what was good was because the school had 4 sewing machines.
Okay.
So we had something to start with.
Yes.
And then I write different people, and some of them gave donation as well. And then we start our program in Dangriga. Right? And then we also started our sewing factory here in Dangriga. But what happened, we still refer to it as a sewing factory because we have people where they sew, they steal it. But it is not at the category that I would want to see. Because most of the women, as a matter of fact, there was a woman who was on Love FM giving an information just last week who mentioned that she sews uniform and other stuff. And when they asked her about it, where she learned, she said, I learned it from Mr. Mariano, the mayor of Dangriga.
Very good, very good.
Right?
Very
So
good, very
it is not the category I would want, because most of the ladies, after they learn, they start to do their business from home. Right? At their home.
Yes.
So
yes.
because they want to do it from home, so we only have about 2 of them who remain at the factory, and they would sew for anybody.
When in the home,
right?
you could cook, you could watch the
I'm not sure
kids.
if it is 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes I think it's 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they are making like Garifuna clothes, and they sew uniform as well. As a matter of fact, we will start deal with sewing uniform for schools as we speak, because as you know, school is closing. But I advise parents at this time not to sew get their children uniform so early, because when school closed, the children they don't move a lot, they relax at home and so on, and they tend to gain weight. So it's best that they do it maybe about a month and a half before school open. Okay,
Rob, we have to move to the when you retire. When you retire from the police force, you drew your heart into politics. How you come to that decision from retirement, then you launched to politics?
Well, see, if I tell you something, you don't believe me. Up to the day I retired, I didn't even have politics in my mind.
I believe you.
I didn't even have it in my mind. And I was there at home, enjoying my retirement, of course. And some friends and a family came and told me, do you ever think about running for politics? I tell them, no way. They came at least 5 or 6 times, and I tell them, no. But every time they come, they get smarter and smarter and smarter. And so they convinced me.
Yeah.
You know, and so to make one long story short, I went and I never know much about politics neither. All I know about the police and management.
Yes.
And so I started going around Dr. Zab, and every day he teach me something about politics, you know. And so the senior people from PUP, they teach me, and I learn. Right? And at that same time, PUP was preparing to get into the general election. And so I continued going around. I never have nothing for do. I was retired. I was getting my pension. I got my gratuity and so on. So I found it very interesting, because, you know, I always do community service anyway. You know, I was doing community service. So when I look at politics, that time it was like still continuing community service, right? Because I was also the leader of, or the officer commanding community policing per se, before I retired. Right? And I forgot to mention that I got promoted from admin from management service to admin, right? So as I was there, I realized that I could also use my trade, because I started to teach the women them how to sew flags. Rather than to take it from the private.
Yes.
We do it our own selves, and the money we use that to buy more material. Right?
Now you're there towards your second term as mayor. Where are you with fulfilling the manifesto promises for this term? In terms of street works, drainage, garbage collection, the building of the tourism park, beach reclamation, and so on. Those things.
First thing you mentioned about where are we with it, the thing is that we have a manifesto, as you rightly mentioned. And so we go back and look at that. Right? And the last time we checked, we were close to 90% of the achievement.
Yes.
Right? Because of course, there is always room for improvement, personally, and there will always be room for improvement. But the things that our team, our PUP team, my town council team, my area rep, and my government, we continue to look at the things that we offer to the people of Dangriga.
Yeah.
Right? And you mentioned it. As a matter of fact, the talk around town right now is the welcome park. Because my main achievement I wanted for Dangriga is to transform Dangriga to make Dangriga a tourist destination.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Dangriga is not a tourist destination. You notice that tourists come and pass through Dangriga and go straight to the rural villages.
Yes.
Without even stopping.
So
then, after discussing with the area rep, Dr. Zab, I discussed with the Minister of Tourism, and Dr. Zab also discussed with him and the government of Belize. We were fortunate to get the welcome park. And the welcome park, the first phase of the welcome park is almost completed.
Okay.
You come to Dangriga, you will see it's almost completed.
Yeah.
There'll be a phase 1, then a phase 2, and a phase 3.
Okay.
Right? But the phase 1, I would say, is 80% completed.
And after phase 1, you will open the park, right?
Yes, we plan to open it as soon as the phase 1 is completed.
Okay.
Right? Because we want to get the people of Dangriga involved.
Yeah.
Right? So that we could see how we could assist more entrepreneurs.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? We want to get more tourists to come into Dangriga, because Percy, you go to these tourist destinations, which is non-Garifuna communities.
Yes.
The number one thing that is being sold is Garifuna culture.
Yes. Rich culture. Rich culture.
Exactly.
Rich
and
culture.
So the thing is that if the tourists know about Dangriga culture and goes to the different non-Garifuna communities only to see it, imagine when we finish this welcome park, when they can come to get the real deal in Dangriga.
Yeah.
The real deal.
Yeah.
Right? And so myself, Dr. Zab, the Minister of Tourism, we continue to discuss. And I'm also in discussion with Bas Zab, who is also building a tourist destination in Jetty area as well.
Jetty area.
Right?
Gotcha.
And people might say, but why it takes so long? Because it just get clearance from the environment.
All right. That comes through EIA. That's important.
Yes, it just finally get the clearance.
That's important.
Right? Because I went to have a discussion with him last week, and he told me, Mr. Marda, the clearance. So that
EIA.
Yes, EIA. I can't do it without that.
That's important. Yeah.
Right?
Well,
and so we believe now that we will start to see some work getting done.
Yes.
And we move forward.
Very good.
And so I also believe that with both the welcome park and that tourist destination that Bas Zab is building in Jetty, it will attract a lot of tourists. It will bring a lot of jobs to Dangriga, right? It will bring a lot of money to Dangriga.
Yeah.
Right? And so I continue, along with my area rep and Minister of Tourism and the government, to focus on making Dangriga a tourist destination. And I want the people to understand, this is not for we.
Yeah.
They're not for me, they're for we.
I like it.
And everybody will play their role. Right? As a matter of fact, myself and Dr. Zab will be having a meeting soon to do consultation with the people of Dangriga, so that their voice can be heard, that they can make recommendation as to the way forward, how we will deal with the welcome park.
Very good.
And that welcome park is beautiful per se. And we'll be having a grand opening for it here in Dangriga.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you recently cleared the small hurdle so that you will be representing the People's United Party. Will that be an endorsement convention?
Yes, it
As
will
you
be an
apply for a third
endorsement.
term?
It will be
Endorsement.
an endorsement per se. As a matter of fact, I went to register on the last day. I choose to go on the last day, of course.
Okay.
And I was told, officially told, to notice I had a photograph with Mr. Collette, and he
Yes.
officially shook my hand and told me that officially you will be the mayoral candidate for Dangriga for the upcoming municipal election.
Yes.
And I appreciate, and I want to thank the people of Dangriga, because nobody went to register to run or to challenge me. And that happened because people know my personality. I don't say my personality, you know. I say my personality.
Yeah.
People know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I never make nice out there and argue and quarrel with anybody. Right? I listen to me people. Either the only mayor person will drive with the glass down.
Yes.
You know why? I don't drive with AC in Dangriga, only if I dip on the highway. When I am in Dangriga, I see my vehicle, the mayoral vehicle, as an office for the mayor as well. And I expect that the people who voted me into office, the people who I'm serving, could stop me at any time and bring a complaint. Because I am the people servant. My style is the servant style, because the Bible separates one portion of the Bible I attracted to Allah. So the person who is more greater and more important amongst you should become your servant. The Bible said that.
Yeah. I like that verse too. Well, right?
And so I want to thank the people for allowing me to serve these 2 terms, and I'm appealing to them, Percy, to allow me to go for a 3rd term, because there's a lot of work, Percy. There's a lot of work that yet needs to be done.
Finish,
yes.
Yes.
Right? Because like I said, we have the part 1, 2, and 3 for the welcome part. That 2 and 3 won't finish before the municipal election.
How the street works, Rob? I know you started it in your 1st term, but you have to do it, in portions. You cover a whole, and then again you have to recap, you have to refill, because you get used and the weather, right? So what percentage you said you would do in a 3rd term is left to be done in a 3rd term of the street works and drainage?
Per se, as we speak, we are doing drainage around Dangriga as we speak. As a matter of fact, we are getting a grant through Kabe to do what we call a comprehensive drainage project. And I have invited a few people from Dangriga to be witnesses when we have meeting, because they send some foreigners, engineers and so on, to come on the ground and to do the assessment and so on. So that is completed already, right? So now it is only for them now to do the final document and forward to Kabe and the government of Belize. Right? And so one of the things they have mentioned to us is that they will be doing a bypass somewhere up the Stantric Valley Road near mile 4. They'll be doing a bypass, and then they'll be putting a dam like. And so in the dry season, that will be done. And so when they flood, they raise that so that the water will go up north of Dangriga town. Right? That will help alleviate the flooding. And then for Rivers Estate, which is a low-lying area, they will also be doing a bypass. Right?
That's important.
Because one of the problems with Rivers Estate is because the Gragra Lagoon, it gets full, and then when it rains a lot, and it sends back the water into Rivers Estate. So they'll be doing that bypass, which will go south, right? So that will help roll out a lot of the water which will control the flooding. And
Yes.
then we also have several drainage which will be built within Dangriga town, right? So the
Yeah.
engineers are completed with the investigation and they're putting the documents together. And then I'm waiting to hear from them whether the document has been forwarded to government already and to Kabe. But Kabe was here as well.
Yeah.
They were here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're waiting now to hear from them. But again, that will take a little time, of course.
Yeah.
And so that is one of the projects that I need to complete in my third term, right?
Yes, the drainage.
Yes, I also mentioned about the Welcome Park.
Yes.
They have I believe that the second phase will start, but I don't think it will finish because we are going to put a park in front of the Catholic school for the usage of the children and so on, and the children of Dangriga.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then the third phase will have to do with the parking in front of the Catholic church. And somewhere between the school and the church, you will also have a 5-star hotel, which will be built there. You know, so when you look at this person, there'll be a lot of jobs for the people of Dangriga, because the agreement will be that persons who will be employed must be from Dangriga.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before I give your closing remarks, allow me to say, Rob, thank you for making me your co-host, over the past, on Habafo Garinabu. I enjoyed that ride, Rob. Like you said, right? Like you mentioned, it helped me to find my niche. So today I have this show, which is essentially humanities, holistic well-being and spirituality, of which I am a life transformation coach. So Rabbi, that show helped me a lot. Your boldness to start that show and then to invite me first half an hour, and then you made me a co-host. And out of that, Rabbi, it made it all these years I didn't find my niche. But it is out of that, in this twilight of my life.
Yeah.
Rob, let's get your closing remarks.
Percy, there's much more things that I wanted to mention that I need to continue in my third term, right?
Go
but
ahead.
I'm hopeful that one of these days you will invite me back to the show so that
yes,
I can
man.
talk
That will
about
happen.
some of the things that will continue, right?
Yes,
you mentioned about the streets. As a matter of fact, that street on Church Street between the convent and the Catholic Church, we cemented that, and that should be open today, Percy.
Okay.
We cemented.
Congrats.
And so what we're doing right now, some of the new streets that were built at the junction of the road with any other road, most of them are broken. So what we are going to do, we're going to cement these junctions.
All right.
Rather than to go and repave them. You see, vehicles usually knock hard brakes at the junction of these roads. And that's why they broke. So we are going to cement them. And then we are also going to build a pedestrian walk. On the Dangriga Valley Road.
That
will go all the way to the Southern Regional Hospital. And then it will also go to Ecumenical High School and Junior College. And then we'll turn left into Ecumenical Drive as well.
Wow.
Because the highway is very dangerous because there's a lot of vehicles, especially for children. So that is
and
why
the elderly too.
Yes, that is why we see it necessary to build this pedestrian crossing, right? And again, Percy, there's much more things I'd like to talk about. But as you know, the time is short. But I will always be willing to come back with you to discuss it.
Right.
And I'm always comfortable to discuss with you. Exactly. And there was a few other things I want to run through.
Comment.
One of the things that just to run through the names of the people who have registered as well. To run in the upcoming municipal election.
Comment there,
we have Mr. Mario Bull, who is a teacher at Seventh Days Adventist Primary School. We have Miss Tina Johnson.
Yes.
Miss Tina Johnson is also a teacher.
Yes.
And she's also a tutor. Then you have Gilberto Bernardes. He's also a teacher at Georgetown Tech. We have Mr. Mike Evans, who is a mechanic and businessman.
Yes.
We have Joyce Valentine,
yes,
teacher as well at Delil Academy.
Yes.
We have Howard Melendres, who is also a teacher at Catholic School.
Yes. Yes.
And he's also a catechist, I believe.
Yeah, like a deacon.
Yes, like a deacon, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And we have Miss Sharon Ramirez, who is also a teacher at Delil Academy.
Yeah.
One of the counselors will have to drop out, Percy.
Yes.
But I wish all the best. The thing is that it is not for me to decide.
Yes, yes.
It is for the national executive to decide who they will take. But I have all of them with me. And even the person who drop out have that last, because then I'm sure that he or she will work with us.
Yes.
Promote us.
Yes.
And we will have to move forward with them after the election.
Yes.
You know, and so I want to thank them as well for this time to be a part of my team.
Yeah.
One of the things I also want to mention, run through as well, I have also been a part of the NGC, as you rightly mentioned.
Yes.
Continues to be. I continue to do community service with the Wanichigo Sewing Group. That continue. I am the president of the JP Association for the Stanford District. I am also a part of the Retired Teachers Club. These are people who are retired, but some people say, but you don't never were a teacher, you never were a police. I'm a teacher, I've been teaching sewing. That's a,
yes. Correct.
I'm not just a policeman. I was a teacher teaching up to now. I still continue to teach.
You're correct. You're correct.
So, and then I also have a sewing school in Georgetown. I'm also a part of the Masonic Club, or the Masonic Lad, sorry.
Yes.
And the Optimist Club.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm a part of several different organizations.
Yes.
And there's many other projects that I would like to talk about, but I leave that as is. And for the next time I come back on the show.
All right.
Again, Percy, you've been my co-host. I'm enjoying you. You have your own style, of course. At first, I had to adjust to your style, right? But it will make me good and strong, of course. And even now, your style of your show, I don't know if you know this, every morning I listen to your show. Or almost every morning. I would say every day. But I could tell you that I listen to your show at least 4 or 5 times a week. Right? Sometimes for Saturdays, I have to go out early. So only some Saturdays that I listen and some Sundays. But the things that you are promoting is very good. And I want you to know that I will continue to partner with you. And I will continue to share your life as well. The only thing is that my advice to you is that I noticed you do it on both YouTube and Facebook, which is good. Yes. But we have I will start to share. I think I started already. Share your live on Facebook, because I did create my YouTube account. I have a YouTube account, but I don't know about the YouTube account much. So I have to depend on the technician King.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
And so partnership with other talk show is very important, because it reach out farther.
Yes.
You know, it reach out farther. I'm not sure if it can be shared on YouTube, but I'm sure it can be shared on Facebook.
Yes.
Right? And so I want to wish you well with your show. And of course, sometimes you could always call me when you're ready. If you need me to deal with you sometimes.
Well, you know,
sometimes I will still call upon you, piggyback upon you.
Yes,
and
Yes.
The person I need you today.
Yes, sir.
You know, and things like
No
that.
problem.
Because in fairness to DIFA, I will tell you that I always promote DIFA because DIFA promote my show too.
Yeah.
Right? They share my show as well.
Yes.
So we partner together. That partnership is important. And this is one of the things that keep me alive as a media for long. You know, we are 9 years, we're starting to move for 10 years.
True. That's true.
Right? And I'm not sure if it is this July right here is our 10 years or 9 years.
Yes.
Right? And so I will be making checks to verify because I know I retire at least 6 years already.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And so we
you.
started off with music and so on, and then we started to do discussion.
Yes.
Right? And then I was asked to deal mostly with the Garifuna traditions, but then things come up that occurred in the community that we have to discuss as well, because it does not just affect Garifuna people, but it affects the community and the country in a whole.
That's right.
So your rhetoric good and everything, Percy, and so just keep it up. And don't be afraid to call me, because you know I will call you. And I want everybody who will listen to understand that our friendship will continue, because it is more than friendship. We grow together.
Yes.
On the same street, just that when you reach Melinda Road, the name changed from Gobagarago to Gangs Avenue.
It's true.
But it's the same street.
It's the same street. On that note, Frank, thank you,
man.
brother.
Bro, thanks, man.
Journey Mercies,
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.